Hi, I'm Denise Gierach. This is part 2 of our series of those 5 things that you need to consider to determine if you're ready to hire an in-house general counsel. When we left off in part 1, I was discussing the key things that you need to determine before bringing an in-house general counsel into your company or your business. First and foremost, you need to determine whether or not an in-house general counsel makes sense for your business. This isn't a cut and dry decision. There are lots of things that you'll need to consider and think about for your business, your industry, and your plans for the future. You will also need to determine whether your business is in a position to absorb the cost of an in-house general counsel, which is around $160,000 to $200,000 per year on average. So no small change. Today we're going to highlight and discuss the other 3 things that you need to determine when hiring an in-house general counsel. First, what type of relationship is your company looking for? Sounds like a basic question. Number 2, are you ready to have a business scrutinized? That happens with an in-house counsel. Number 3, would you be willing to partner with an outside general counsel? And this is another option for you. So determine the type of relationship that you and your business are looking for. That's an important thing to consider. General counselors are a lot like snowflakes. No two are exactly alike. Every general counselor candidate you interview is going to be a little bit different from the last one. And each will have their own strengths and weaknesses. Because of this, you need to determine what you want from your in-house general counsel at the front end of your search. So in that process, you identify those items. Do you want a general counsel with experience in your industry? Do you want an in-house general counsel that has experience working as a general counsel? Does that matter to you? More importantly, do you want an in-house general counsel that perfectly meshes with the culture of your company and the other personalities, it's all personalities, on the senior leadership team? Or are you willing to work with someone who may not check all of the compatibility boxes, but is without question the best lawyer for the job? As you make your way through this determination process, don't shy away from asking more focused relationship type questions like, does our business need a general counsel who's willing to be available 24/7? In outlining your requirements for the relationships with an in-house general counsel, you should also think about timelines. Will this be a short-term, less than 12-month type contractual hire to help you, your company through a particular situation or a transition like a merger, a buyout, or an IPO? Or are you looking for a general counsel that's going to stick it out for the long term? someone who can come in and be a valuable member of the senior team for years to come. Determine, too, whether or not you're ready to have your business scrutinized. When you hire an in-house general counsel, you have to intentionally ask somebody to come in and look at your business under a microscope. Are you ready for that? But that's where the benefit is. Yes, an in-house counsel is on your side. Yes, an in-house counsel is your company's attorney. But more than anything, an in-house general counsel is still an attorney. And for better or for worse, attorneys know how to and are obligated to tell you and highlight practices, policies, and behaviors that break laws, codes, or statutes, or may run awry of case law. To that end, the first thing any newly hired in-house general counsel will do is to scrutinize how your company runs and how employees clock in and clock out, how funds are dispersed from the company and the different accounts, how sales contracts are written, etc. Your in-house general counsel is going to come in and get under the hood of your business, so to speak, to make sure everything is on the up and up and it's all according to the law. And here's the big reveal. There's always something wrong. You don't think that there is, but there is. Until your business brings a general counsel into the mix, there's a better than good chance that you're unintentionally doing something that is done wrong from a legal perspective. A contract that you thought was airtight is actually invalid. A weekly social event you host for employees is actually a violation of the labor code. One of your maintenance procedures violates a new OSHA regulation. And the sudden reveal of issues like these is what makes many business owners balk at the idea of bringing in an in-house general counsel. But it's an important thing to know. So here's the good news. Your in-house general counsel isn't a regulator or an investigative journalist. Your in-house general counsel is an ally. By identifying your legal liabilities and by bringing them to your attention, your in-house general counsel is giving you and your company the chance to correct any problems or legal issues that exist before they become real problems and real legal issues. And really that's what you ultimately have to have in order to have that front of mind. An in-house general counsel is there to help. Even when it feels like your in-house general counsel simply is identifying more problems than you're willing to look at. What they're doing is going to benefit you and your business greatly as you go along in the long run. Determine if you would be willing to partner with an outside general counsel. This is another way of creating that same type of thing. For some small and mid-sized businesses, hiring an inside general counsel might not be an option right now. You may be too small, and yet small and mid-sized businesses still have questions, and they need those things answered by somebody that knows their businesses. They have transactions that they go through, and they need to know what the answers to that are. This is where an outside general counsel comes into play. Many law firms, like the Gierach law firm, and independent attorneys are happy to work on a contractual basis as an outside general counsel. This allows small to mid-sized businesses to enjoy the legal counsel that they need surrounding contracts, due diligence, reviews, tax laws, litigation, and more, without having to absorb the salaried expense of an in-house general counsel who's an employee of yours. In a way, think of an outside general counsel as an on-demand service where you're only paying for what you need when you need it, as opposed to paying full-time for a counselor that you might only really need once or twice a year. Every month or quarter, you can retain the good services of an outside general counsel by paying a flat fee to them for what you are going to use, and you get the same benefits of an in-house general counsel. The only drawback of working with an outside or outsourced general counsel is that you can readily call on an inside general counsel, but your outside general counsel doesn't have offices in your building. And although they could, if that's what you work out. In most instances, your outsourced general counsel will only make an office visit when necessary, or as you've set it up in your contractual agreement with that person. Could be they cover quarterly board meetings or the end of the year fiscal reviews, or maybe they visit with you once a month, and every time after that they're doing a Zoom call, or instead they're doing telephone calls with you once a week. It's a very flexible arrangement, and you can set it up in a way that will work for both you and for them. But they have that continuity as an outsourced general counsel, knowing your business entirely from top to bottom, just like that inside general counsel. This is different than just hiring a transactional attorney who will do one thing for you and then they're done until you have that same one thing to do again. This is somebody that really knows you inside and out and can watch and make sure that you don't have those issues going forward in the future, so you can grow, because that's what it's about, is having your business grow. I hope that you've enjoyed part 2 of our 2-part series on knowing when to hire an in-house general counsel, or, as we've seen, an outside general counsel who can be there to make sure that your business grows, and that growth will be both legal and strategic. So if you've enjoyed this session with me, feel free to give me a call at the number listed below, and I'll be happy to provide you with a 15-minute free call and see if I can answer any of your questions. I'll look forward to seeing you then.